1. Ethereum Proposal EIP-7983, New Gas Cap to Enhance Network Stability. 2. Ethereum's New Safety Net, EIP-7983 caps transaction gas to prevent DOS attacks. 3. Ethereum Gas Limits, Vitalik Buterin's new proposal explained. 4. Ethereum Security Boost, Vitalik's gas cap proposal explained. 1. Ethereum Proposal EIP-7983, New Gas Cap to Enhance Network Stability. Imagine a world where Ethereum transactions are streamlined and more predictable. That's the vision behind a bold new proposal, EIP-7983, which aims to set a firm limit on the amount of gas each transaction can use. But here's where it gets controversial. This change would mean that some of the larger transactions, like deploying contracts, would need to be broken down into smaller parts. Let's dive into why this is a game changer. Currently, Ethereum allows a single transaction to use up as much gas as an entire block can hold. This approach can lead to inefficiencies and security vulnerabilities by monopolizing the network's resources in one go. The proposed cap is precisely 16,777,216 gas units. Why this number? It's not arbitrary. It represents 2 to the 24th power, a computation that aligns with computer science principles for optimal data handling. This cap could lead to a more balanced distribution of processing tasks across the network, enhancing overall performance. Developers, especially those working with advanced technologies like zero-knowledge virtual machines, often face challenges with large transactions. These can't be processed simultaneously without splitting them, which complicates the engineering process. The proposed gas limit aims to simplify these issues, making the network more modular and predictable, which is crucial as Ethereum continues to evolve and scale. But not everyone may see this as a positive step. Splitting up transactions could mean more complexity in how contracts are written and deployed. And here's a thought. Could this limit stifle innovation or complicate existing applications that rely on large gas amounts? The proposal is still in draft form and open for community feedback. This is your chance to weigh in. Do you think the benefits of a more stable and efficient network outweigh the potential drawbacks? Or could this change disrupt the delicate balance that Ethereum developers have been striving towards? Your opinions are not just welcome. They're needed to shape the future of Ethereum. 2. Ethereum's New Safety Net, EIP-7983 caps transaction gas to prevent DOS attacks. Imagine a world where Ethereum transactions can't monopolize network resources. That's exactly what Vitalik, Buterin, and researcher Tony Warstatter are trying to achieve with their controversial new proposal, EIP-7983. This radical change would impose a strict 16.77 million gas limit per transaction, effectively preventing any single operation from clogging up entire blocks. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about fixing immediate problems. It's about reshaping Ethereum's future. At its core, this proposal tackles 2 critical issues simultaneously. First, it acts as a shield against potential denial-of-service attacks by making massive resource-hogging transactions impossible. Second, and perhaps more importantly, it forces developers to rethink how complex operations get executed. Instead of allowing giant monolithic transactions, think of these like oversized delivery trucks jamming a narrow alleyway. The system will require breaking them into smaller, standardized packages that can move through the network more efficiently. But here's where it gets controversial. Critics argue this could stifle innovation in decentralized finance, where complex smart contracts often require heavy computational lifting. However, the proposal's architects counter that this is actually a masterstroke for long-term scalability. By mandating smaller transaction sizes, they're paving the way for zero-knowledge scaling solutions to thrive. Picture this. Instead of trying to force a Formula One engine into a classic car, we're building a highway system designed for modern traffic patterns. For everyday users, this means smoother sailing. Transaction fees should become more predictable since those occasional gas guzzlers won't be able to spike network demand unpredictably. Block times will stabilize too, creating a more reliable environment for both casual crypto users and serious blockchain developers. The real genius lies in how this change future-proofs Ethereum's architecture. Current zero-knowledge verification systems struggle with massive transactions, but smaller standardized chunks make parallel processing across multiple threads not just possible, but practical. As Tony Warstatter explains, this acknowledges a fundamental truth about ZKVM's zero-knowledge virtual machines. While they technically could handle complex intra-transaction parallelization, the added complexity has made developers reluctant to attempt it. By forcing smaller transactions, we're working with, not against, developer behavior patterns. And this is the part most people miss. This isn't Ethereum's first attempt at gas limit management. Earlier proposals like EIP-7883 suggested a more lenient 30 million gas cap, but the dramatic halving of this limit shows Buterin's continued push toward protocol simplification. It's part of a broader vision where Ethereum's core becomes leaner and more resilient, echoing Bitcoin's minimalist design philosophy while maintaining Ethereum's unique capabilities for complex smart contracts. So here's the question that keeps developers up at night. Does this represent smart evolution or dangerous restriction? Will DeFi innovators adapt by finding clever ways to work within these constraints, or will we see a brain drain toward less regulated blockchain ecosystems? We want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation shaping blockchain's future. 3. Ethereum gas limits, Vitalik Buterin's new proposal explained. Ethereum's co-founder Vitalik Buterin is proposing a significant change that could reshape how transactions are handled on the Ethereum network. The plan involves setting a strict cap on the gas limit per transaction, specifically at 16.77 million gas. This move aims to stop single transactions from consuming an excessive amount of network resources, which can lead to congestion and slower processing times for everyone else. But here's where it gets controversial. While this limit could improve overall network efficiency and fairness, some argue it might restrict complex transactions or innovative smart contract operations that require more gas. To put it simply, gas in Ethereum is like the fuel that powers transactions and smart contracts. Each operation costs a certain amount of gas, and the total gas used determines how much a transaction can do. By capping the gas per transaction, Buterin's proposal intends to prevent any one transaction from monopolizing the network's capacity, which could help maintain smoother and more predictable performance. However, this raises important questions. Could this limit stifle creativity and development on Ethereum by making it harder to execute more complex or resource-intensive contracts? Or is it a necessary step to ensure the network remains accessible and efficient for the majority of users? This is the part most people miss. Balancing network health with innovation is a delicate act, and changes like this often spark heated debates within the crypto community. This proposal was recently highlighted in a draft shared by Buterin, and it has already started conversations among developers, investors, and users alike. The idea is to create a fairer environment where no single transaction can slow down the entire system, but it also challenges the community to rethink how Ethereum can evolve without compromising its core strengths. What do you think? Is tightening transaction gas limits a smart move to protect Ethereum's future, or could it hinder the platform's growth and flexibility? Share your thoughts and join the discussion below. 4. Ethereum security boost, Vitalik's gas cap proposal explained. Imagine a world where Ethereum transactions are not only faster and more secure but also more predictable. This is the vision behind a recent proposal by Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin and researcher Tony Warstatter. Their groundbreaking idea, outlined in EIP-7983, suggests implementing a protocol-level cap on transaction gas usage to bolster the network's security and performance. But here's where it gets controversial. Not everyone agrees that capping gas usage is the best way to enhance Ethereum's stability. The proposal introduces a maximum gas limit of 16.77 million, 2 superscript 2, for individual transactions. By setting this limit, the aim is to make Ethereum more resilient against denial of service, DOS, attacks, improve network stability, and provide more predictable transaction processing costs. Currently, Ethereum's architecture allows a single transaction to consume an entire block's gas limit, which can lead to unpredictable network behavior and potential DOS attacks. This is the part most people miss. A single transaction can disrupt the entire network if it consumes too much gas. EIP-7983 seeks to address this issue by distributing gas consumption more evenly across transactions. This way, no single transaction can overwhelm the block capacity, ensuring smoother network operations. For example, think of it like a highway with a speed limit. Without a speed limit, a few speeding cars could cause chaos and accidents. But with a speed limit, traffic flows more smoothly and predictably. But the benefits don't stop there. The proposed gas cap is also designed to enhance compatibility with zero-knowledge virtual machines (ZKVMs). By encouraging large transactions to be split into smaller chunks, the network can handle more complex operations efficiently. Transactions that exceed the 16.77 million gas limit would be rejected during block validation, ensuring they cannot enter the network or be included in new blocks. This cap is independent of the overall block gas limit, which miners and validators can still adjust within existing consensus rules. Buterin and Warstatter chose 16.77 million as the cap to strike a balance between complexity and performance. This value accommodates current advanced DeFi use cases and contract deployments without introducing unnecessary risks. While the proposal isn't backward compatible for transactions exceeding the new limit, most existing transactions fall well below the cap, minimizing the impact on users and developers. EIP-7983 builds on prior efforts, like EIP-7825, to improve predictability in transaction execution. This ongoing effort to simplify Ethereum's base protocol is part of Buterin's broader vision to make the network more efficient, secure, and accessible. Inspired by Bitcoin's minimalist approach, Buterin has called for restructuring Ethereum's architecture across consensus, execution, and shared components to achieve a leaner design within 5 years. He argues that Ethereum's growing complexity has led to longer development times, higher costs, and increased security risks. More recently, Buterin introduced a new kind of digital identity system called pluralistic identity, which aims to protect privacy while enabling fair participation in digital life. This innovative approach shows Buterin's commitment to pushing the boundaries of what Ethereum can achieve. So, what do you think? Is capping gas usage the right move for Ethereum's future, or are there better alternatives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation and see where the community stands on this controversial proposal.